Hey YouTube, what you know good? He is the Reverend, this is Project KNM, and we are back with some more of that fresh art goodness. So, what in the world are we working on today? Well, we're working on something that could have been an interesting comic idea, maybe not, I'm not entirely sure, but this is day 4 of my OC-tober set of drawings back in 2020. I have a lot of drawings way back when, and it's time to dump them all out and get this stuff off my computer. This drawing is going to be the main character of a comic idea I had back in during like the end of middle school and like the beginning of high school. It didn't really go anywhere, and it's mainly because the guy I was working with that was going to help me with this just kind of up and ditched me. During the end of middle school, I was coming up with just a bunch of like comic ideas. But they never really went anywhere because I need help writing this. And during art class, I ran into a guy that had these really cool ideas of his own, and he and I were working on this kind of stuff. And I was thinking maybe we could really make some good comic book ideas with this. But come high school, he started losing weight. He started, getting really into like sports, and he just kind of ditched me. Never went anywhere with the ideas that we were working on. So it's just like, all right, man. If you're just gonna ditch a guy who you were brainstormed with for almost a year and not even tell him that your friend group has changed, that you're going with a different crowd, and you're just gonna leave a guy high and dry, then you were never worth my time, I guess. No loyalty. Meanwhile, the friends I actually made in high school, I still keep in contact with to this day. I wonder if he can say the same. Anyway, here's one of the ideas that we were really working on way back then. The name of the character is Ray Mongo. Not a very creative name, but that was the best we can come up with at the time. The idea is for Ray Mongo is that he was a caveman, a rather innovative and creative little caveman kind of dude, who had a little bit of his own personal pastime. When he wasn't hunting and fighting dinosaurs or whatnot, he was doing back then in this fictitious past, because I'm pretty sure humans were not around during the time of the dinosaurs, let's be honest. He would actually enjoy like taking like a piece of wood or like a smooth rock, and he would actually start sliding down like mountains, like sandy mountains. Basically, he was sandboarding, and he got really good. He was just having a little fun, and it also helped with his reflexes, his coordination, and it also helped him get the drop on certain animals. Like he would slide down mountains and like in the middle of hunting, like he would just come straight down with speed. So if there's something running from him, he can catch it real quick. Oof! Then it gets knocked out by like a rock. Here's the stupid idea we had, or at least this is the idea I had. I'm not sure if my former co-worker in this, my former partner in artistic crime, was on this, but the idea was like after he caught a big catch, he gets hit by just like a random rock off a cliff, like dunk. He's unconscious, and he doesn't wake up in time before the ice age hits. It was just like a stupid like comedic like, oh, knocked out, suddenly it's snowing. Really? Yeah, really. Suddenly, like billions of years later, he's found by like an archaeologist, like an excavation team, like archaeologists and all this. They all find him perfectly preserved. He's still alive. And unfortunately, the research team that found him, they were starting to run out of money and funding, and they were gonna the whole group was gonna get like everything like torn down, like shut down. However, the idea was like the head of the research team, and his niece, they take the caveman in. They give him the name Ray, and they're noticing certain things about him. And during the time, and at one point in this now snowy location, they see him get a piece of wood and just start sliding on down. And I think it was the niece who came up with the idea, like, hey, this might actually be something. We might be able to save our science team. So what they did was they actually take this guy's ability to essentially snowboard, and they started entering him in like snowboarding competitions. It was and I don't know anything about snowboarding. I mean, I remember rocket power. That's about as far as it goes. But yeah, the idea was that this would have been like a snowboarding comic, based on just like this idea that we've got, a caveman slowly but surely like learning how to be integrated into modern day civilization, all the while being a freaking phenom when it comes to snowboarding. As long as someone else does the talking for him when it comes to, those winners interviews and whatnot. It didn't go anywhere. It was an interesting concept idea we had, and I was trying to come up with some, adversities and ideas. But when I was really starting to work on this idea and doing some research on what to expect when it comes to like snowboarding, like stories and how we were gonna make this work, that was around the time my former ally just stopped interacting with me, stopped talking to me. You wouldn't even say hey during PE. I see him in a different group training, and I'm like, I'm trying to say hey. You don't even give me the time of day. Well, whatever, man. I highly doubt he ended up becoming anything when it came to sports. I haven't seen his name in anything when it comes to the Olympics or anything. And if I do, come up with something that actually works, if we are successful with any of the ideas we have, you know what, man? Sucks to be you. I'm not giving you any credit. Man, now that I think about it, I really wasn't quite sure how to really design Ray to actually look like appealing as a main character for a story. And I honestly cannot remember what I was thinking when it comes to his snowboard. I don't know if that was supposed to be technology from the research team, or if that was supposed to be like the spirit of like one of his caveman allies out there or something, like his family member, or maybe like the spirit of like a dinosaur. I don't know why his board was alive, but I had this idea that his board was alive. Starting to think, was that? Now that I think about it, holy crap, was that? Y'all remember Flint the Time Detective? Didn't his hammer have that? Was that the idea? Man, I swear, I know too many references, and sometimes I don't even know if any of them inspired me or not. Jeez. What in the world? In fact, now that I think about it, when I did that illustration with Clarence, I do remember now that the lemon squares, I think that was an Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference. Or maybe I'm just retroactively remembering that. I don't know. Anyway, it was an interesting idea in my head, but I'm not quite sure if I could really make this work. I'm not sure if I could make like the idea of Ray Mongo work unless I really do like a redesign and really flesh out the concept. But who knows? Maybe I'll come back to it later. I'm in the middle of working on a webcomic right now, so I don't have time for it right now. But we shall see. Maybe I'll do a one-off one of these days and just give you guys an idea of what it might look like. I know there's a lot of ideas that start off as just simple one-offs, and they take to the skies, man. Who knows? It might happen. We'll see. But with that said, let's go ahead and wrap it up for this video. If you guys have any if you guys have any ideas of what could make this work, let me know in the comments. Or if you guys are actually coming up with some ideas for like a snowboarding story, or you guys have any ideas that you guys are working on that you'd like to share, let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Memento mori, and I will catch you all in the next one. Kill the feed.
There's still a few things left to wrap up, though. The bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy $7 worth of moon rocks, much less 70 million.